Hi there, it's Lisa. Thank you for visiting my channel today. I am going to be scrapbooking. I'm going to be using some parts of the Lollipop Box Club kit, the September kit. It's full of lots of different things for Happy Mail this month, and it's got some really good journaling bits and pieces as well, which is what I'm going to be concentrating on today. I've already put some bits and pieces together from the kit, and I am going to be doing a layout with lots of bits of memorabilia included in the layout. I've taken the bag which has some bits and pieces in the kit that's going to hold some leaflets, and I've got an envelope here as well from the kit, and that's going to hold some more memorabilia. Sometimes with layouts it's nice to include bits and pieces other than just photographs. I'm also going to be using the envelope to hold some other photos that won't fit on the page. Again, I don't want to clutter this page with loads of photographs. I'm going to actually hide some of them, not necessarily hide them because I don't want them to be seen, but more because I don't want to just cover the page in photos. I want to have a few extra slotted inside, so I'm going to do that. First of all, I'm going to be working on the background though. I'm going to use some of this tissue paper that came in the kit, and I am going to cut it to size rather roughly, and this is going to be my background. So let's cut this here. I do like creating my own backgrounds, it's quite fun. I'm going to squish it up a little bit so it's nice and crumpled, and I am going to grab the Mod Podge. I have my Mod Podge here. This acts as a glue for me today. Let's just open that up, and I am going to just put some down to hold the tissue paper in place. I'm using a really thick piece of white cardstock today, so hopefully the page won't curl up too much. And then I'm going to place my blue tissue like that, and you can really see the creases coming through nicely. Let's add some more on the back. You can obviously use PVA glue as well. I'm just choosing to use the Mod Podge today, and that goes like that. Let's just brush that over the top. There we go, and I'm now going to grab some gesso and place that over the top of the tissue paper. I'm going to use just some real cheap gesso from the works and a credit card, and I'm just going to go over the top. You can see that you can see the creases come through quite nicely, so it's creating a really nice background pattern. It just really lifts and highlights those creases. Don't need to worry too much about doing the centre, as obviously we're going to have bits and pieces stuck over those, and I am going to leave that to dry now. That's done. My background so far is now dry. It's you can just see it's a really lovely textured look. I'm really pleased with how that's dried. I will be adding more to this soon, but for now I'm going to be working on the next piece. I've layered up these bits and pieces so far. I've obviously showed you the paper bag already, so I'm going to stick that down using just a little double-sided tape. And I'm going to place that in the center, quite towards the top. I also wanted to add some of the fabric from the kit. Now, I'm just going to cut a little bit off here. I'll show you what I'm going to be using that for in a minute. I'll cut this off and then fray the edges a little bit, so it doesn't look all neat and tidy. So just fray that off just roughly. There we go. And that's going to go underneath. So I've just got a little bit of PVA glue underneath, and I'm going to add that like that. and then cut this off and fray down the edges. And I will now start to add these bits and pieces. Just a little bit of tape, pop that in the middle there. I've already clipped my photo. I might actually not stick that down, then I can always change the photo if I want. I've got the tickets from when we went to Top of the Rock, so they are going to stay in there. And I've got some extra photographs here as well, which I've printed. I could get 2 on a 6x4, and I'm just going to trim these off and place these in the envelope. It's quite a nice way of being able to add some extra photographs to a project. And the colours of the photographs go really well with the kit actually. I didn't plan it like that, I've just noticed. It's quite handy. Nice when the photographs play game with the scrapbooking layouts. 2 photographs here, and I'm going to pop them in the pocket like that, so then it's obvious that they're in there. Now I wanted to use this note. This was from the kit, and I'm going to slide this under here. Let's try that again. There we go, that's better. And I can move that down, getting there slowly. And I will be using this as well, and this is where this comes in handy. I'm going to attach this in here, and yeah, I think I'll do that. More tape. These bits all come in the kit, so you'll get those. I am going to use the printable. I've decided to use the yellow heart. I'm going to pop that down there with a sticky pad, and I'm also going to cut the word today out. I quite like the balance of both bits of yellow, so I'm just going to cut this out. So I've just pegged the word today underneath. I haven't actually stuck that down. So going to add the stamp from this month's kit, and I am going to stamp over the background. So I've got a acrylic block here. Actually, let's pop it that way, and my black ink pad, and this is going to become part of the background, and I am just going to roughly stamp it across. There we go. And again on this side. Overlapping it slightly. I don't want it to look too regimented. There we go. And I'm just going to spin this around and do that one there, and down the bottom as well, like that. There we go. Quite like that bit tucked in actually. The thing I wanted to do, I've got a stamp set here which I've been using on quite a few pieces of the kit, and I've got a few of these for sale. I'll link up below, they're on the shop at the moment, but I wanted to use a couple of these pieces for this layout, one of which is going to be this Polaroid stamp here. Let's take that out, and I am actually going to use this as a frame for a small photograph that I have. So I'll place that on there. I've got some white cardstock here. Let's ink the stamp up. Sometimes it takes several attempts to make it a nice clean stamped image. Let's just do it again. Perfect. So I'm just going to cut this out and pop the little photo that I have in. So I've trimmed down the stamped image and my photograph, and I'm going to stick the photo on here, and then I'm going to punch a hole, and I was going to add it from the top, but actually I don't know now, I'm having my doubts. Oh, I tell you what would be quite nice, bear with me. Okay, I've decided to swap things around a bit. I'm going to move this. I might put that on the other side. I'm going to add a hole in the top of the frame. And I've got some twine here, which I am going to thread through. Still got the sticky on there actually from the stamp there, the tag. Just leave that like that. And place that there. I think I need something thicker in the back to hold that in place. I think that will work better. There we go. And just to hold the twine in place, that's the twine stuck in place. That's all neat and tidy. This is coming along really well. I'm going to use this stamp here. Let's hope this comes out nice and clean. There we go. Love this. I like that, the half and half. So I do believe that this layout is now finished. I'm really happy with this. It's quite nice because I've got bits and pieces. I've got some other tickets and things I can always add in there as well, but they feel safe adding them to this page, so I know that they're not going to get lost. I'm really happy with my very typed background and the way I've got the extra photos popped inside. It's quite a nice way to keep them. I might even print off some more and add them, and then I've got the little mini one here as well in the Polaroid. So I hope you've enjoyed this today. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and ask me any questions if you have any. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.